Hey guys, this is Sean, aka Tiger Mask, coming at you again with part 2 of the Lazy Monk build. Last night was pretty wild and actually drew a lot of attention to the channel, so I appreciate all the interactions, whether they're good, bad, ugly, whatever. So I wanted to go over a little bit more in depth of what this build is supposed to be and how it's supposed to work, or at least how I believe it's supposed to work, and kind of discuss really how to play it. So again, your gear is Sun Wuko's 3. So since we're rocking Ring of the Royal Grandeur, you get 4-piece bonus, which gives you the every second sweeping wind spawns a decoy next to the last enemy you hit that taunts nearby enemies and then explodes for 1,000 weapon damage for each stack of sweeping wind you have. Now that's a key component to this build because we build up to 10 stacks of sweeping wind with a couple of other pieces that we're using in this build. Um, so I'm running the shoulders, the chest, the neck with the Esoteric Alteration Gem, which reduces physical damage as well as gives you a lot of resistances once you get it up to at least rank 25. And I believe what else? Yeah. And then the Ennis set is the other set we're running in this, which we're rocking the helm, the waist, the two-hander, the legs, and the hands. Now, a couple of my pieces are ancient, but not that many, so meh, no big deal. We've got the Convention of Elements in, which I don't believe is recommended, but we're going to leave it in for right now. And we've also got Ring of the Royal Grandeur, combined with, so that's running Bane of the Stricken, this is running Bane of the Trapped, and then we've got Gundo gears at wrists, so Exploding Palms on Death Explosion applies Exploding Palm. Basically, you blow one thing up and it causes a chain reaction, spreading Exploding Palm. We're running Cruise Boots so that we can have double Mystic Allies, because if you're not running double Mystic Allies within a set, you're really not getting any of the potential whatsoever from the set. In our cube, we're running Vengeful Wind, which increases the maximum stat count of Sweeping Wind by 7. So you can have 3 stacks, and then that gives you 7 more, which boosts the Sun Wuko's balance. So 1,000% weapon damage for each stack, 1,000 times 10. You do the math, because I can't. Kyoshiro's Soul, Sweeping Wind gains 2 stacks every second. It does not deal damage to enemies. This is really key to this build, because basically what you do is you just walk around the map, and Sweeping Wind just starts going, and then you run through everything. At the lower Greater Rift levels, you're actually hardly ever going to press a button other than Dashing Strike and Exploding Palm every once in a while. And lastly, Broken Promises, which after 5 non-critical hits, your chance to critically hit is increased by 100% for 3 seconds. A note that the author left in the build notes is to get every piece of boosted crit rate off of your items and put some other stat in there. So you have a more likely chance of keeping Broken Promises up more often. I haven't been very lucky with this yet. Broken Promises is not coming up for me very often, but it really doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is show it off at, we'll do level 40. Like I said, low level torments, just to kind of show off how simplistic this build is. So, we've got all of our skills here, but all we're going to do is kick this on and just walk. This is all we have to do. We're just going to keep Sweeping Wind up and just roll through the map. It doesn't matter who we're fighting. I don't even have to hit Exploding Palm until I get to an elite pack. So we're just going to trudge right on through everything. This is essentially having Conduit on full time. It's ridiculous. And every once in a while, if you get bored, just pop that too and do a little bit more damage. So there's an elite pack. We'll slam our actual attacks on those. We'll get our guy going again, and there we go. You can pull them in if you want to, that way you can cover more mobs quicker, but they don't really live very long at these lower levels. Now the reason it's so easy at these lower levels is partially because I already have both sets. Another part is because my weapon is an ancient with a socket, with the highest level gem in it. I don't have any gems converted into extra stats. I don't even have the gems for this build completely leveled. So take that into account when you're making this. I've been clearing 50s with this. I'm positive I could probably just as easily clear 60s with this. The video you guys saw yesterday was in the 70s. 70, I'm not ready for as far as this build goes. We may go back. Just because of my gear. 70 and above really requires you to put the time into the gear. That's not really what this series is about. I'm looking for silly builds to try out to kind of show that you have some variety in Diablo 3, even when everyone thinks you don't. Now, obviously we are forced into using multiple sets for this build, but it's a different way to use those sets than, you know, a generator Ina set build, or with raiments and Inas, you know, or a generator Sun Wuko build. You know, we don't have to mess with any of that. I'm not doing anything. The only reason I'm ever applying Exploding Palm is because I forget that I have Exploding Palm on left click, so I'm moving and applying it. But other than that, this is as lazy as I've ever seen Monk get. This is as easy as Hammerden, you know, except you have to kind of hold the button down and generate all the hammers. This is easier than that. It kind of reminds me of a whirlwind build, but I don't feel like I'm gonna get carpal tunnel syndrome anytime soon from this. Like I said, the hardest thing I'm doing is pushing the mouse wheel, and I've got my movement key mounted to mouse wheel up and down so that I'm not attacking when I move if I don't want to. You know, if I wanted to click move, then I would be applying Exploding Palm, but why burn through the stamina if I don't have to? And as you can see, my sweeping wind stacks are staying up at 10, you know. You know, when you get into a bigger group, you might want to press 1 every once in a while, just so it stays up, so you don't lose all your stacks, because you lose all your stacks, it's kind of a pain in the butt to rebuild. And you really just kind of walk around. You might notice Clay's not here. He's playing right now, but I wanted to show this off at a low level. I didn't want to bore him with this, and I wanted to show this build specifically off, and not this build with a Witch Doctor. We'll do more videos with Clay, of course, because he likes playing Diablo, and I like playing Diablo with him, because it's a great way for me to get Paragon levels. I haven't used Mystic Ally at all. I'll probably use it here, maybe. We'll go ahead and punch him, do that, and it's over. So we beat that one in under 15 minutes, obviously. We beat it in, you gotta be kidding me, I'm out of gem sockets. I'll get that in a second, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so we don't even have our socketed gems all the way up, so we're not getting the full benefit of those, which would let us climb a higher greater rift. Again, we weren't using even half of our abilities, so that was a cakewalk. And we finished it pretty simply. How many is this? Oh, 208. We don't want to lose that. We'll run home real quick and spend a couple. Hey, look at that, a puzzle ring. Worth. Not that I need any money, but how many's left over? 8? Yeah, we can sacrifice 8. That's not a big deal. So that's what this build's capable of at the lower greater rifts. You don't have to do anything. You know, finished in 4 minutes and 48 seconds. That's pretty darn good. Obviously, it's level 40, so of course it's going to be good. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will bring another update when I feel like it's ready to show off 70s or higher. So thanks for watching.